more about Houston's offense, I guess, in year 2 under Dana. I know Clayton Tune is back. What kind of improvements have you seen from their offense?
I think he's playing at a really high level. You can tell that he's got a real comfort in what they're doing offensively. A good decision maker, and they obviously have good skilled players on the outside. For us, we still got to do a good job against the run game too. I think that's important, even though they're really successful, been throwing the football around the yard too. I think for us, we got to do a great job of pressing the pocket and getting to the quarterback too.
And Coach, on the other side of the line of scrimmage, their run defense, obviously the best in the conference, one of the best in the nation.
Yeah.
What makes them so good up front to do what they did against teams like the Navy last week and teams that they've done, shutting down their run all season?
Yeah, really all season long. First of all, they're big and long on the edges, thick inside. They play extremely hard, noticeable throughout their entire football team, but noticeable in their front seven as well. Linebackers are extremely active and just structurally the way they play, they're able to get an extra hat to the football in the run game more times than not. So, for us, we still got to be balanced in what we're doing and win at the line of scrimmage.
Morning, Coach. So last year against Houston, Trey Nixon ended up being a huge cog, leading the team in receiving yards. What are you able to say in regards to his status? And if he's not able to go, what will the receiving corps have to do against the Cougar defense?
Our group of wideouts out there, I think it's important that, you're going to have one-on-one matchups and you got to do a great job of winning those. Part of that starts with our wideouts, but part of that's DG recognizing coverage and then pass protection's important too. And got good pass rushers off the edge here in particular with this front four. So, I think our guys got to be ready to compete, got to match and surpass their energy, their competitiveness, and that will give us opportunity to go make plays out on the perimeter.
Josh, you mentioned Dylan there. Can you sort of speak to his development here in this second full season for him? The stats are prolific. Obviously, the offense has been extraordinarily good. What is it that you've seen specifically from him as far as growth that sort of allowed him to mature in that way?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about it this year, just the questions you guys have asked. I think it really does all start with his ability just to understand conceptually everything that's happening. And that starts with what we're doing offensively, understanding his reading progression, where he needs to go versus, a two high defense, single high defense matchups, being better in tune with the thought process of why we're calling a play. And then being able to recognize defenses and understand structure and alignments and a pre-snap look, why post-snap it's going to be something different that you anticipated, a backer alignment, a safety alignment, something that doesn't fit into the grand scheme of the presentation of what they're trying to give you. And when you do that, then you're able to get to the right place. You're able to get the football out of your hands a little bit quicker. That helps your offensive line. I think as he's grown as a football player from his first start to where he is now, he's more willing and has a better understanding of when it's time to use his feet. And then we got guys playing at a really high level around him. A quarterback's only as good as the 10 other guys around him. And the 10 other guys have been playing at a high level here.
I spoke to Richie Grant the other day, and he talked about Brandon Moore. He said he's been out at practice for a couple weeks, putting on pads in. Can you kind of update us where Brandon is, and is there a chance he could, come back this season?
Yeah, has been on the scout side of it, much kind of like Mackenzie's rehab process, and just continuing to get better every day, doing a great job in the weight room. Our strength staff and our medical staff have done a great job in the rehab process. Brandon's been really good and is moving really well out on the practice field right now, and you just kind of play it week to week with where they progress, how fastly they're progressing, and that dictates whether they're going to be on the football field here in the coming weeks.
Josh, when we talked to you at this time last week, you said you hope to have Devon Wilson available in a week or two. So it's been a week. So I'll just ask, do you expect to have Devon Wilson available for this game?
You lost the coin flip there. You had to ask the question, I guess. No, we don't have an update on any of those guys here.
All right, I guess we'll wrap up there, and we'll talk to you guys on Saturday after the game. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a great day.